Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, across all platforms to Menji Speaks.
Menji speaks, and then he speaks and speaks and speaks and speaks some more.
We've traversed the vast seas of windmills, desert, high plains once again on an adventure. We're about to leave the warm, sunny embrace of California for the harsh desert climate of Arizona. What you see before you is the Colorado River. The Colorado River that separates California, where we are now, from Arizona. So as you can see here, lots of hustle and bustle, lots of cars driving to and fro, trucks delivering goods from state to state, and here at the state line they cross and make sure they're not bringing any fruits or vegetables across the way here. But here on this bridge, you can't actually walk from California to Arizona. We're not going to do that now because we came in a car. We just wanted to get out and kind of show everybody the Colorado River, and there it is. It's well, it's not actually much to look at, but you know, you got jet skiers in there and stuff. Oh my gosh, this bridge is really rickety with all these big rigs driving across. It's kind of freaky. I kind of don't like it. So here it is, the Colorado River. Where will our journey bring you? I'll show you that in a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was honestly expecting a little more from the Colorado River than this, but hey, these guys seem to be enjoying it. I'm assuming the river is on some sort of a downtrend right now, maybe because it's spring. Maybe when there's more rain, it fills back up, because it's not really all that deep, as you can see. It's kind of weird. To my left, big green river. To my right, just trucks and trucks. All right, so now we're gonna cross by foot past the state of California into the state of Arizona. I used to live in Arizona for a little while, and even then I never did it on foot. So here we go. You guys ready? Mini Menji's ready? We'll cross into Arizona on foot. Boys, ready? 3, 2, 1. We're on the other side of the state line. No longer are we in California. We actually gotta go back to get the car now. This is probably not the best idea. I said I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to go back home. I can't be here. I gotta go. I gotta go. Bye. Bye. Okay, well that was fun. We actually need to go back into California to get the car. We're not gonna walk the whole way to where we're going. That would be crazy. All right, back in the car. Good morning, everyone. So we're here with my wife and I's company. My wife and my company? Me and my wife's company. Somebody write down in the comments how I should say that properly. And so today, as part of the package, we're going to be taking a tour of Sedona, Arizona. One of the most famous spots in the entire country. I did turn on the mic, right? One of the most famous spots in the entire country. Known for beautiful red rock and mystical energy. And so we're gonna go check it out. We're just waiting on the tour bus now. As you can see, everybody's gathered, waiting for the tour. Well, we've driven through high desert plains, dense cactus forests, through pine forests and mountainous regions to come here. This is the Montezuma Castle Monument National Park in Arizona. Apparently this was built by the Sinagua tribe, and it's a historical landmark built in 1100, I believe he said. by Native Americans who once lived here in the area. So we're gonna go check it out. Should be pretty cool on our way to continuing north to Sedona. So let's find out what they got.
Can anybody tell me why they call it banana yucca? Anybody? See that? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Look over here. This here, that's why they call it banana yucca. Over here. You see that? Banana yucca.
Inside, later on, when you go back in, you'll see a dried up devil's claw, and it's kind of easy to recognize. It's nasty looking. It's got these two spikes that come out and curve around, and I can just imagine stepping on it and getting it stuck in your leg or something. But this is that plant, and initially the fruit is very edible, and then later on it'll mature and dry out and turn a real dark color.
So if you come here, there's a visitor center. They talk a bit about the crops that the Native Americans were growing at the time that they were living here. You know, some of their tools and things. Yeah, it's kind of typical stuff. Right now, we're walking down the pathway to go see the castle. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Oh, I think I can already kind of see it in the distance. Dun, 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 dun. That is pretty cool. That is so cool, dude. I've never seen one of these. It's like Petra. It's like an American Petra, which is another place I want to go to. But for now, this will have to do. Holy smokes. I have never seen anything like this before. People used to live in there. Here's us down here on the path. It's just a straight cliff, and deep into the cliff they built their dwellings. So I read a sign that tried to make it seem like this castle is not as big as it seems, but it goes pretty deep in there apparently. They fit about like 20 rooms or something per little spire. It still has some of the original wood beams sticking out of it, which they usually literally just use some of the trees that are around here to build that, so that's pretty cool. And then apparently the Indians that lived down here in Arizona were masters at making irrigation and canals and things like that. So they knew how to get water to where they needed it, because again, this is harsh desert environment. Everything here is trying to kill you or poke you or poison you or bite you. So to be able to live out here, you got to have a rough mentality, a rough exterior. And so they made a pretty good go at it, I would say, before they left. Man, this is so cool. I can't imagine like what sort of tools were used back then. Carve this out. There's no excavator, there's no backhoes, there's no jackhammers. How do you do that? The ingenuity of people many, many years ago always astounds me. And now it's just a home for sparrows. Or swallows. Those are swallows, aren't they? Just a home for swallows now.
But yeah, there's some nice views over there also.
I imagine this probably was more buildings. It's all stuck out with buildings probably at one point. And now nothing. Eroded away. All that's left is the remains and ruins.
Weavers used the second floor loom to weave cotton breechcloths, bags, and blankets. Today, you can see examples of their varied weaving patterns in the visitor center. Villagers used the wooden ladders as stairways to carry up provisions from fields and water from Beaver Creek.
So that was a pretty cool example of what it would look like inside of Montezuma's castle in its heyday. Oh, it looks like it was built in 1951. Learning new things all the time from random stuff that I read on the side of the path. That's how we do it here. Not much for research. So now I would say this place is definitely worth a trip if you're really looking to get deep into, you know, US American history, because I know for a lot of people, especially from places like Europe and Asia, history goes a lot farther back than most American history does. But for places like this, it's actually historical, you know, thousands of years old, and so totally worth it. Really cool to see that some of this stuff is still here, standing as best as it can. And I definitely suggest everybody come. There's not a whole lot to look at, but what there is pretty amazing. There's a gift shop and a museum with many Native-American artifacts from the area. Worth checking out. All right, well that's gonna do it from Montezuma Castle. Amazing. Please come and see it. We're gonna head back to the van now. We're gonna continue on our journey to the vortex capital of the Southwest, Sedona.
The thing that I like the most about it, though, is they claim that that's one of the major vortices, vortices, here in the area, which is an energy source for those of you who may not know.
We're getting closer and closer to Sedona, Arizona, but not before we stopped here at Bell Rock, one of the most famous rocks here in the area, well known for being a power spot, an energy source, a vortex, if you will, of energies. Some say there's a UFO hidden inside of there. I don't know, based on the shape, I guess anything's possible. But also just a majestic piece of nature's landscape. Remember, much like the Grand Canyon, all this was once under the ocean, which is crazy to think about nowadays. Now, after the video we did at Joshua Tree, you know very well I am averse to climbing things like this, so you're not gonna catch me up there. But that's still trippy that people go up there. That's crazy. Well, people also drone up there. So they said that not only the rocks are full of sediments and minerals and things like that, what gives it its red tint is that there's also bits of iron mixed in with the rocks and things, and so that iron rusts, and so this is all just one giant tetanus nightmare. So, you know, get your shots. Look at this place. Looks like something out of Star Wars. We're here at Cathedral Rock, a church built right into the red rock here in Arizona. So this was built by famous architect, building designer Frank Lloyd Wright many, many years ago as kind of both a church and a tourist attraction, something to put this area of Arizona on the map. Many members of Arizona government, you know, lobbied to try and get it done. Other people were against it, obviously, because they're building into the natural foundation. Because look, this is just the side of the church. As you can see from here, it's built right into the rock itself. This is probably one of the prettiest locations for a church I've ever seen. Maybe not so much one of the prettiest churches architecturally, but definitely one of the most natural, beautiful churches ever seen. Just right here amongst the walls of these crags and canyons and red rock. We're gonna go check it out from the top. Let's go. The path to get up here is windy, not a lot of parking. I would definitely suggest coming on a tour if you can, because that's, look at that, half our tourists are not even here, I don't think. And so you follow the ramp up past all this majestic scenery, and when you get to the top, you're greeted with this, rewarded almost, with a view like no other. Holy smokes. This is just amazing. Look at this place. It's crazy. And to think that right now we're standing on a red rock, behind me, the church, built into the rock by Frank Lloyd Wright. Let's step inside. Let's be respectful, but let's step inside. it's an actual working church. People are here. They're servicing, they're praying. They receive service. People actually come here to worship. And below, downstairs, a gift shop. Because why not? Now, I'm not a religious man, but even I have to appreciate that. That was pretty cool. Just so you know, no matter what language you speak, please don't climb the rocks. Now, there's really not much to the church inside. Pretty much what you saw is what there is. There's also the gift shop. Not sure if I can film in there. I haven't tried yet. But I mean, when you got all this outside, who cares? So this is amazing. Look at this view, this church, these rocks. And we still haven't made it to downtown Sedona yet. This is just another amazing stop on this really, really incredible trip. So, there you go. Cathedral Chapel. We finally made it to Sedona. It's a long journey, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen, across all platforms to Sedona. And no sooner do we get here, something going on. Look at, they set up some sort of reptile, creepy critter education experience right here in what I assume is the center of town. I only say that because it's a circular shape and there's a statue here. Look, we got snakes. We've got tarantulas. Yeah. And bunnies. Oh my goodness, look at what we got here. There are rattlesnakes inside this cage. Oh my gosh, no. Nope, oh, it's shaking. It's shaking, can you hear it? Can you hear it? He's rattling in there. Not happy. Check out this guy. I'm assuming his name is Wildlife? I don't know. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a snake so active before. This guy's moving pretty quickly. I want out. I want out. I need to get out of here. Here we have an Argentine boa. It's massive. Menji, what do you have in your hands there?
California king snakes. Or this is one. It's a California king snake.
King snakes were venomous. You got one getting out over here.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. Now I am the snake charmer. I'm Slytherin. Yeah, that's how you get in. I'm not a parcel tongue, however. Hang on. What? What'd you say? Okay, I'll tell you later. Oh, he wants to see in the camera. He wants to be in pictures. Sorry, life's not as glamorous there as it used to be. I'm the old man of the mountain, and I don't want you painting them. Anybody remember that one? Remember? Nobody remembers that one? All right, never mind.
Where?
There's artists everywhere, people with animals. But what's best out here is the scenery, the majesticness of the red rocks. And if you look out that way, you'll see what they call Snoopy Rock. And I think you can see why. At least if you know who Snoopy is. Maybe you don't. And slightly up from Snoopy Rock, apparently some people think that looks like Lucy Van Pelt. I would say more Marcy, but to each their own. There's all sorts of mountain shapes out here. They all got their own names and their own things that people think they look like. It's pretty surreal out here. You find anything in Sedona, even interesting art installations. Oh God. I don't know what the... Oh God! Ooh, my Lord, what is this place? Is this like an ode to Kiss? What? I don't understand the watermelons. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now this guy over here, this is more my style. We're gonna call you Tequila Jim. When in Sedona, be like Tequila Jim. He only drinks 100% pure agave. That's the Tequila Jim way. the real way. The gift shops here, you can find anything, even hot sauce. I can't say that on this channel. You will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe.
I ain't no poet, but this one's pretty fine. Listen up. Life is mostly froth and bubble, two things that stand alone. Kindness and another's trouble, courage and your own. But don't you worry, buddy, you ain't in trouble yet. But have you some courage in life anyhow, and come back and visit Sedona Sam, the wise old cowboy, for some more smart advice.
Alrighty, thanks for that, Sam. It's sage advice. We appreciate that. Does he give a card? He's got a card slot. Does he give a card? I think all of Sedona Sam's advice now has been relegated to the audio, but good enough. Another thing Sedona is well known for is the love of javelinas. There are javelina statues all over the place. These are the most normal ones, I think. They're probably the main javelina statue. But other javelinas are around town. They're all decorated as different color schemes and things and floral patterns, but I believe this is the first one. Now let's see here. Rub the lucky javelina's noses. Drop a buck and have good luck. So if you rub his nose, you're gonna get some good luck. You get some good luck?
But you have to.
Oh, you gotta drop him a buck. We just gave Sedona Sam a buck.
Oh, we want good luck, huh? If we want good luck, then we have to listen.
How about if we just want like half luck? Just regular luck.
No.
You just rub the nose. I'm gonna go for just regular luck. Just regular luck.
No, I'd rather have good luck.
So you'd think Sedona, being in the middle of the desert, would be more of a, podunk outskirts town. Not much going on. But no, it's fairly sophisticated. You got very high-end restaurants, high-end gift shops, high-end all kinds of stuff. And so it's not what you think. It'll surprise you. Well, that's gonna do it for us from Sedona anyways. It's been fun. Definitely gonna come back at some point. It's crystal vortexes, I know, but can't purchase vortexes. It's impossible anyways. We have an open day tomorrow, so we'll see what sort of adventures we get into here in Arizona. But for Sedona, this is gonna do it. Until tomorrow. Do you like this when I put my hand in the camera? Do you like that? Do you like that? Is that a good cutaway? Is that a good technique? Yeah? That's obnoxious, isn't it? Well, how do there, cowpoke? We're back in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is where our hotel is, and we're here in beautiful, historic Old Town Scottsdale. So not unlike downtown Sedona, you'll notice that downtown old historic Scottsdale is also filled with a lot of like high-end art galleries. And I mean a lot of high-end art galleries and things. There's a real estate office. It's mostly art galleries, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how to sugarcoat that any better than it is. Ooh, rare objects, art antiques. I wonder if they have any cursed items or Mogwai boxes. For as beautiful as Sedona was, it was incredibly touristy, at least the downtown area. Not my bag so much. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, the beautifuls, and of course, the scenery. You couldn't beat it, but despite their claim being like the most western town in the West, I didn't really feel it. But here, in downtown Scottsdale, oh yeah, we're feeling a little cowboy. So we're gonna head on into Old Town Scottsdale, see what we can find. Definitely looking for something to eat as well, so maybe some old cowboy delicacies. Let's go. We Scottsdale is very proud. Old West roots. So one thing you'll notice, while there is a bit of hustle and bustle going on, it's pretty quiet. Lots of available parking. And that's because, like a lot of the states outside of California, it seems like at least this part of Scottsdale, if not the entire city of Scottsdale, basically shuts down on a Sunday, and it's a Sunday. So that's something you kind of got to get used to when you travel around. There are a lot of states that kind of still hold on to that "we're not open on Sunday" thing. So, you know, it's cool in a sense. It's got an old-timey and definitely guarantees that everybody in town gets to have a day off on a Sunday. But on the other hand, if you are a bit of a consumer and you like to go out and eat and things like that on a Sunday, your options are kind of limited. Oh, check it out. They got an escape room here. Some people are ready to try it out. This one seems kind of comic book looking, I would say. There are an awful lot more scooters here than I thought there would be. I thought they were a problem in Santa Monica. Holy smokes. This place is really cute. It kind of reminds me of like a more modern Tombstone, which is definitely a place we have to do a video of one day. But yeah, I would highly recommend Scottsdale, especially downtown. What a cute little place! Okay, so they got these, I can't say, spicy peanuts. They kick something, I can't say. They also have samples, so Mini Menji and I are gonna try a sample. You ready?
Yeah. It's the hottest one.
You ready?
It's ghost pepper.
I'm gonna do this on 3, okay?
3,
3, 2, 1.
Go. It's not that bad.
It's extra hot.
Not.
It sneaks up on you, doesn't it? Look at that face. Oh boy, mom's got water. Let's go find mom. Let's go find mom. Oh man, that's a neat little folksy arts and crafts stuff everywhere. Got some donkey, got a John Deere gas pump. You got your T-Rex. This place is kind of all over the place. Like there's modern stuff, there's classic stuff. Supposedly there's tiki stuff. Okay, yeah. Nothing beats an afternoon of margaritas and tacos. I don't think we're gonna have time to hit the tiki bar across the street, but I think we're just about done here in Old Town Scottsdale. We want to head back to the pool at the hotel, relax a little bit for reals before we hit the road tomorrow. More adventures on the way home before we end. I'm not gonna leave you here. Oh no. We're not going to waste this opportunity, not one bit. It's been a fun time, Scottsdale. Gonna miss you. We'll definitely be back again. I think we definitely want to check out Sedona again. Maybe give it a bit more time than we did last time. This was a good first time, you know, a good first introduction to this part of Arizona. I used to live down in South Arizona, so this is definitely a change of pace and something new for me. So, thank you, Arizona.
Well, thank you, Menji, for stopping by historic Old Town Scottsdale. Hope to see you around here again.
And as we climb in elevation, we see sitting lonely atop the mountain the northmost saguaro cactus in the area, Cactus Jack. As we bid adieu to the saguaro cactus breeding grounds, crest over the mountain, enter the saguaro cactus-free region of Arizona. So long, Sedona, Phoenix area. So long, saguaro cactus. We're off to a new adventure. And now that we've gotten up into the mountainous regions of Arizona, the desert has been traded out for pine trees and hail. Holy smokes, what a difference a few thousand feet in elevation makes. And just like that, it cleared up again. But we can see looming in the distance the sight of snow-capped mountains. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does the future hold for us? To get to here, we've crossed once again the seas of saguaro cactus. We've gone through immense plains. We've climbed up and up and up in elevation to an area that was filled with hail. We saw an accident because of it, all to get to here. One of the most majestic spots in all of America. Apparently Paul Bunyan made it.
Yeah.
A place I've never visited until now. Let's go. Holy ... Indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, across all platforms to the Grand Canyon. Holy
Cow. Jaw dropping.
I can already tell you right now, this camera is not going to be able to process the depth.
これ動画で良さ伝わるのかな? My jaw's already gone.
We still haven't finished using all the expletives that we know to completely grasp the concept of what we see before us. This is amazing. Oh, see, look, be careful over here, children. Nothing to protect you there. It just goes down.
Trees.
It just goes down.
Trees.
This is the oldest rock you'll find here at Grand Canyon. We've dated this to about 1.87 billion years old. So this rock is almost 2 billion years old. There you go, sir. It's a nice rock, but don't take it for granted.
The What Culture guys would have appreciated that rock joke.
Together.
I've taken the Grand Circle tour around Disneyland to the primeval world in Grand Canyon, but this doesn't even begin to explain. And this is what we're talking about right now. Look at all these people. Look at this itty bitty. Look how far I have to zoom in and see these itty bitty people standing on the cliff. By the way, super dangerous. Don't do this. I just wanted to show you for scale how itty bitty we are compared to this.
Those will mostly be mudstones, siltstones, and shales.
And then, just like Alice, it goes down,
Like jackhammers or bulldozers, breaking up big chunks of bedrock and quickly deepening the river channel.
I'm not
Floods
even
also
sure if that's
excavate.
actually the
They
bottom.
take all the loose material downstream and
I
out.
don't even think that's
So
the bottom.
floods on the river are responsible.
While the kids are getting their education on, let's keep walking. Crazy, look at this, look at this. Nothing is protecting me. I can just climb up on these rocks. In fact, I think I will. Climb up on these rocks and look at this. Okay, again, look at my feet. I'm on just a rock. I'm on a boulder teetering right here at the edge. Usually if I didn't have trust for the human race, somebody could honestly just come and push me off. Scary. This is crazy. Normally I try and keep my focus on you guys, but I can't. How am I going to turn away from this? And it looks fake. Like you'd think it was all just a painting. This is just some fake tree that the Imagineers at WED made, right? Maybe there's an animatronic buzzard on it? No. And there's another vantage point a little further on ahead. I gotta say, I was actually expecting it to be more crowded. It is Memorial Day. I actually figured it was gonna be worse than this. This is not bad. Maybe the hail kept everybody away. Thank you, hail. Hail that lasted 2 seconds. We've been walking for a while, and it still ain't ending. It just goes on, and on, and on, and dog, and on. We now enter the foresty tunnel of the forest. Tunnel forest. Everybody make sure to hang on to your hats and glasses. Keep hold of your children at all times, and remember, no smoking. The smoking is out. You never answered my question, man. What do you think?
I'm still thinking.
You're still thinking? You're not sure how to feel about the Grand Canyon?
No?
Alright. It's a lot to take in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty deep, right? You gotta think deeply about the Grand Canyon. Gotta think deeply about the Grand Canyon.
Deep.
Think deep. Think deep.
Puns.
Puns.
Go up to the edge.
Every vista point is scarier than the last. No. It's like every time you level up, each one is slightly more treacherous than the one before it. They all got fencing, but I don't know if that's gonna do much. Oh my lord.
Scary.
I'm holding on to you guys, dear life.
You fall, you keep falling.
Oh man, and it just goes down further. That's not even the bottom. That's just the bottom of this specific part. We found the bottom, way down there. You can see the old Colorado, the same river we crossed to get here. Way down there. Look at how far I had to zoom just to get you that one little vantage point of the river. Scurry. I'm gonna drop this camera if I'm not careful. Holy smokes, there's people way out there. It's got a fence. I don't know if I'd risk that. Nope. No, sir. You can try whatever you want. I am not going out there. How did you get me out here? Well, all right. Well, we're gonna try and make one more stop on this trip before we head on home. And if we haven't, and I've continued this sentence, that means that we didn't make it. This is the end of the video. I want to thank everybody. Here's a good spot right here. Thank everybody for coming along on this journey with us. It's been real fun. Seen lots of parts of Arizona I'd never seen before. Definitely never seen this bad boy before. So that was awesome. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe down below. Click like button, all that stuffity things and stuff. If you're looking for me on the internet, you can find me anywhere at Menji. And if you want to support me in the things that I do, you can pick up some threads originally designed by me at shop.spreadshirt.com/Menji as well, and that's there for you too. In the meantime, enjoy. I'll be back. May is full of a lot of interesting things. Take care for now. Keep on running and jumping.
You're on a mission to become the richest duck in the world.
This is life as it appears now at the Grand Canyon. But it always wasn't like that. Let's go back to the primeval world. That's my dinosaur. Grand Canyon means America.